Hello, my name is Kevin and welcome to the Love Decanters channel. So this is part 3 of my visit to the Old Bakehouse Antiques in Northampton. And yeah, so sorry it's a lot more vintage, no really old stuff. Sorry about that. But yeah, I do fall into a bit of a hole towards the end of this where I find some brand new references, and everybody likes brand new references. You know, I know they're American references, but they're still brand new references in my book. So anyway, let's get on and have a look at the glass, eh? Got a Bagley vase here. What have they got rid of? It's always interesting to see what other people write on their labels and what they've got on them for price. So this one's actually got the frog. This bit here is the frog to keep your flowers straight. Glass vase, frog, £10. So this is a pre-war pattern, I'm pretty certain. So yeah, it's a proper deco piece. If you look at it without the frog in it, you can see how deco is looking, but it's kind of not angular, so it's a very English looking deco, soft, as I've said previously. Yeah, I managed to get that back in without breaking it, which is always good. So here is the vase. This is a museum collection. It's Wakefield Council Museum, Bagley collection they've got. And yeah, the vase is called Salisbury pattern, pattern number 2832, and key dates 1932 to 75. 75 seems really late, but because it's properly Art Deco design, but with a sort of little softish English twist on it, because it's got little sort of, I don't know, it's not hard structured, it's got all these little feathery patterns on it. But anyway, this is what it is. I just thought I'd check what they're going for, and there's a whole bunch of them on eBay. And yeah, the cheapest one here is £12.50, but if you add on postage it's £17. This one here, there is a sold one. Let me see, there was one, it was cheap as well. What was that? Where was it? Here it is, £12. So that's just about £16 including postage. So £10 is cheap then, because yeah, I think that's a good price. Got 4 bits of glass on the table here. Some of them I recognise. Don't know this. This is Czech, probably. I'm just looking at it stylistically. It might be German, but it just has that feel about it. And then this is Arca Rock paperweight. Or is it Luminarc? It's one of the, anyway, part of the, it's French, it's part of the J.G. Durant group makers. It might be Luminarc or Crystal Dark. My brain's, I think it's Crystal Dark. And then you've got this cloud vase. But interestingly, you got this 50s. It says, I recognise this. It didn't have, it was green, it didn't have these lines and dots on, but this is the same bowl that I was looking at that had the Made in Poland label on it. Yeah, but the patterning in this looks early, it looks very 60s or 70s, just maybe even 50s. They've got 50s written on it. But yeah, so we know it's made in Poland, don't know who made it. It's got some lead in it, so yeah, really interesting, and it's £8. My brain's always cataloguing things, not always doing a brilliant job. So when I was there, I thought this is Crystal Dark. Here's one here that says Crystal Dark, but then when I was looking at it, I was thinking, is it RCR? I've seen something like that with RCR in it. There's this one which has got clocks on. You can see here. And then there's this one here, let me show you, which looks like the same eagle but the other way up, where this bit is clear and this bit is frosted. You know, where the stone is clear and the eagle's frosted. Bit weird. And then I went to Crystal Dark, and there's a whole bunch of them, and they're all done the right way round. So yeah, it's another one of those little quirks that you have to look for. If it's got a frosty base and a clear eagle, and it's on a little hump like this, then it's French and it's Crystal Dark. But if it's the other way around, or if the hump has got a clock in it, then it's RCR, which is Italian. Yeah, RCR's still going. Look, there's something wrong with their website. It keeps doing weird things, but yeah, this is them. Cristaleria Italiana. There you go. I'm not going to click into any of these because it does some weird stuff. And it's, where's it based? Fiorentina. I think that's where Empoli stuff is supposed to be from. Might be wrong. But anyway, yeah, just another little weird thing where people obviously kind of copying each other, but not quite. We're looking at a page from Davidson's catalogue from 1931 that I've downloaded from the 20th Century Glass.com website. And I think this is the bowl. It doesn't appear in the 1928 catalogue, so I think we're on safe ground saying it's a 1930s bowl. So there we go. It does look like that there's two more parts to it though, or if you'd like there to be. I think quite often the bases were sold separately. I don't know about the frogs, although you can buy in another catalogue. I think you can buy those separately as well.
Now, looking in one of the beach huts here, and I saw these. Dun, dun, dun. I think these are Ross ice, so they're Czech. I think they are. Let's try and find them in the catalogues. So, yeah, they're cool. They are cool, actually. They've got presents because they're not tiny little things. So yeah, they've got presents there. They look good on your mantle with all the legs hanging out of them, like spaceships.
Looking at the Libachovich catalogue from, it says before 1958, but these are probably pre-war. Looking at them, and yeah, this is from a CD that came with the book Art Before Industry, 20th Century Czech Pressed Glass by Marcus Newhall. Anyway, this is the one we're looking at here. It's an 1891. Yeah, and it's part of a trinket set. You've got a couple of little holders of whatever stuff, little pots, and a little ring stand, and you've got a tray to go with it. But I thought I'd just point out, I also thought it might be roast ice, and this is the kind of thing I was thinking of, which is kind of similar, but it's not quite the same. This is simpler. And I'm having another thought as well now that I know what it is. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to look for something else. So I came to the Glass Trinket Sets website, found Libachovich, found the 1891. Here it is again. And I was hoping it would have a year. Yeah, cross-reference. It's the thing. But, yeah, their reference is the same as mine. Marcus Newhall information for the Libachovich pattern books. So they don't know what year it is either. They know it's pre-1958 as much as I do. I thought, I'm not giving up on this. I did some searching and I found there's something on that trinket set in the glass message board. These people really know their stuff. Yeah, so someone's asked about the trinket set, blah blah blah. Here's the candlesticks here, blah blah blah. Yeah, what they know is that it's in the Marcus Newhall book. Yeah, damn them. I really wanted to get dates out because they kind of look a bit Victorianish, but also Art Deco-ish at the same time. So, yeah, I was really hoping.
I'm in another beach hut and spotted this here, and I think it's Wedgwood. Oh, the base looks funny. I think it had a label on it that's kind of rubbed out. But I think, I'm not 100% certain, but I think this is a Wedgwood elephant. There's a whole bunch of there's a few other paperweights and bits and pieces in here that I don't know. I'm not really good with the blobby ones. Just have a quick look while I'm here. No, nothing else is jumping out at me. What's this? Oh, Stuart. Whoa, I didn't. Yeah, that is a piece of their studio ware. That is really unusual to see. Can you see that's real gold leaf that's been put on in little chunks and then blown and stretched so that it does this texture. And none of them will be exactly the same. It's a bit randomish. Yeah, that's quite a cool little thing. I mean, these look like they're Caithness, but yeah, I'm glad I picked that up because I was just going to pan my camera around.
So here is the Wedgwood glass elephant paperweight, and yeah, we've got some pattern numbers designed by Ronald Stellant Wilson and Paul Miller in the 1970s. And yeah, so it does come in two styles, one's with the trunk like this and one with the trunk like that, but what we can't see on that one is this. So it's got that some sort of sticker on the base that's hiding this mark. At least I believe it's all the ones Wedgwood weights that I've turned over, I've been able to find this on it, nearly all of them anyway. So I think underneath that sticker is this little mark, and yeah, and that makes a difference to, I think, its value. Oh no, although they've got £15 on it, so probably that's about what it's worth, but it's going to be hard to get it unless you can actually say it's a Wedgwood one. Sticking with the 20th Century Glass website, and yeah, so Stuart, there's loads of Stuart out there as you're going about, but they've only got 7 pieces in here, and 4 of them are this black and gold leaf, and this is the one we were looking at. I didn't know it had a name. It's called Ebony and Gold, Mark Stewart Strathern. So there you go with the bits of gold leaf. So to make them come out in this texture, they put them on hold before it's blown out, the piece of black glass, and then they blow it and it stretches it and it gives it this texture. But they're putting little random pieces on to make it like this. So none of these will be exactly the same, but this is the right shape that we were looking at.
To go and sort them out.
Lovely.
Sort those out because I said your mum and dad will do.
Oh yeah, it's got 1850s on it. It's probably about right. Huge water goblet. He's got ale glass written on it, and he's only looking for £20 for it. That's a really big, nice goblet there.
All good fun.
You can see it's a 3-part glass. Check it out. It says it's white fries. I don't recognise this pattern. Is it? No, I don't think it is. I think this is a piece of Chinese art glass. It's like this kind of textures on some of the Whitefriars decanters and things. Also on some of the because I was thinking maybe not Whitefriars, maybe Dartington, but no. But the pontle is matte. It's not polished. Can you see it's not reflecting back at me in there? So yeah, that's sad. They're going to be lucky with that one.
So I'm looking at my own website here, lovedecanters.co.uk, And this texture that's on this Chinese vase is kind of interesting to me in that I see it on other things, on a few English bits. I'm just going to show you something here. I'm not sure how it's done, whether the metal box that they're probably blowing this into is absolutely smooth and the glass just acquires this texture from being blown into it, or if the glass is textured and that's how it gets this pattern. So look, if you look at this one, this is a piece of Whitefriars glass and you can see the same kind of texture, the ripply texture. All of these, hang on, if I go back, all of these have got it. This is the white, this jug here is the 2091 pattern. This is the 4061, both from 1908. Look at this. You see, it's got the same texture pattern. And then if I go and have a look, I've got this Dartington decanter here from 1974, and it has, it's got some bloom in it, but you can see it has a very, very similar pattern texture on it. I don't know how that's done, but clearly it's something that's, I don't know what you describe it as. Something, there's a technique that produces that you don't see on other things that are blown into molds.
Check this out, I've never seen this before. It's so this is that American pattern with the cubey bits on it. Oh, that needs re-gluing. With little tops. It's quite cute. We can see if I can find that. I doubt I can find it. I've never seen anything like that before.
So I've been trying to track down that little cubey condiment jar with the silver plate lid with the little thistly bits on, and so if you remember, we saw this bowl in an earlier episode from the bakehouse, this jobbling bowl, and they call this ice cubes. But since then I have found some other things. Let's see if I can get back to them without messing this up too much. Here it is. So Bagley also have something called honeycomb, and this is what they have. But that little condiment jar is not there either. Actually, I haven't looked at the date. Let's pick one out and look at the date on it. 1930 to 1950. Yeah. So we've got, but yeah, Frosteria also did it, or Frostoria, and I fell into a complete rabbit hole there. So I found a whole pile of, which is the earliest one, this one here. So a whole pile of catalogues with what they call their cubist pattern here. There's quite a lot of it. Yeah, but I'm not seeing the jar with or without a lid. Do you know what I mean? I'm looking for something that slopes out of the bottom, a little jar thing that you could put a lid on if it hasn't got a lid on it. And yeah, so that's that. So 1935 is the earliest catalogue. There's a lot more of it in 1938. It's just the beginning yet. Look, there's loads of it and lots of different shapes and patterns. Still not that pattern. That's probably the nearest, but the little condiment jar we saw is more angled outwards. It's not straight up and down like this, not cylinder. It's more of a chopped off cone shape. So I think, is this the last one? Yeah, so this is the last one I found, and here it is here in the 1977 catalogue, and there's still quite a bit of it, but still not that little jar. So yeah, so I will put, this is new to me, I've not seen this reference before, so this will appear in the description below because you never know when it might be handy.
They're the ones that are on the
Another Romanian basket with a little blibby bit on top. It's quite cute, but I was looking at this. Ooh. Never seen that before. What have they got on it? Glass swallow ornament paperweight. The head's a bit cutesy, but I'm going to try and find that. That is really quite cutesy. I'll get it back in without breaking it. There we go. And it's back.
After looking at several hundred glass swallows, I didn't find one exactly the same, but I think I have a guesstimate for it. If you want to call it that. There's this little bird here. So the way it's made, the only thing that's missing off that is it's not sitting on a stand. Okay. And normally Etsy is like, oh god, it's Etsy. But in this case, it's got a label. There is another one on Etsy somewhere, they say it's 1970s, which might be right. Looking at this label, it has the look about it. And it's made by, oh, I've never heard of these people, FM Konstglas Ronneby, Sweden. So maybe I just need to accept that's what it is. Not 100% certain, because it doesn't have a built-in stand, but it does look exactly like that bird. So there we go. At the end of part 2, I said there was going to be a part 3 and 4. This is the end of part 3, and it looks like there's going to be a 4 and 5. Don't think there's going to be a 6. So anyway, let's just wrap this up. All of the references I use will be in the description below. All contact details for the Old Bakehouse will be in the description below. And please remember to like and subscribe, because it really helps my channel and help me take over the world of glass collecting. So thank you for watching. Have a good night. Good night.